Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we're going to be doing another object competition video. But before we get on to today's competition, guys, we need to go over the results of the previous competition, that being the Proxima C object competition. So looking at the results here, it looks like Chris, or Siren, however you want to call him now, he took this by storm. He got 10 votes, took the victory with his object. It was this one, wasn't it? So this object here, with those pretty exotic atmosphere and clouds and that sort of glowing effect behind it. So he took the victory of that object. In second place, we had the user WB. So where was their object? Let's just get it up here. Which one was theirs? Proxima C, Nick. Oh, there it is. Yep. So it was this one. So it was actually one of the gas giant ones. Okay. So Proxima C by the user WB. So that was second place. And then in third place we had VY Canis Majoris, which was we just went past there one, which was this red one here. Looking very nice indeed as well. But yeah, there we are. So that is the results of the previous competition. But as always, guys, a massive thank you to everyone who participated in the competition. And with that all said and done, nice job to Chris and Siren. So expect that object in the size comparison 2022, which should be coming out on Monday, the 1st of August, like always. It's always the 1st of August when I upload that video. So yeah, stay tuned and we'll see this object included in there. But yeah, guys, with that all said and done, let's move on to today's competition. Okay everyone, so for today's competition we are going to be doing Kepler 69c as voted by you guys. So without further ado, let's see what you guys have prepared for us here. So let's search up competition as always and let's see our lineup. Okay, right, ooh, looking good. So the first one here is from the user Endries. So let's go ahead and spawn it in. And this is our result here. Okay, looking good. Got city lights on him as well. All right. Okay, so he put, this is my submission. I made an Earth-like world with green and white high elevation. It is modded to have a Mercury height map. Okay. With a Mars normal map. The planet has low elevations, the same colour as a normal in-game watercolour representing normal water. And the lakes with brighter, more cyan water representing the glowing bacteria living in the oceans. There is also city lights on the planet. Alien civilizations living here. All infos are speculative as we don't know what the planet looks like. Okay, so there is their submission. So a very, very nice start. Very Earth-like. I like the texture of Mercury in there. You can see the light-coloured oceans he was talking about, the little watercolour there. Looking good. So there is his version of Kepler 69. So, next up. Who have we got next? So, no, I don't want to do that. No, C. There we go. Alright, there we are. Let's try again. Right. It's really annoying. You have to keep searching it. Right, next up we have got... So this is from the user Minorbat. Okay, and they put a big description for this. So here it is here. Next one. So, looking good. So we've gone with a more purple coloured one. Alright. Pinky, magenta, purple. Okay, so my version, the stats are based on the estimated stats for the real object. Mass 2.14 Earths, radius 1.71 Earths, density 2.36 grams / centimeter cubed, temperature 548 K. Okay, so that's quite a hot one there. The planet orbits a slightly smaller, a star slightly smaller than the Sun, much like Venus. It once had water. Back in those times, microorganisms and even small multicellular organisms were thriving in its oceans and on its surface. However, like Venus, the temperature rose and the atmosphere became much denser. Almost all life has gone extinct except for the extremophile microorganisms floating in the atmosphere that can resist the pressure and temperature. These microorganisms do a process similar to photosynthesis using carbon dioxide and water in the atmosphere. They have a purple colour since purple and green are the two most optimal colours for photosynthesis by a sun-like star. And where Earth has evolved green planets, here purple is the colour. Okay, that is used. This is why the atmosphere is purple. On the surface there is a lot of volcanic activity, and if you look closely at the dark side you may see a glow of volcanic fields. So maybe is that what the city lights are representing? Okay. More visible if you turn off clouds. Okay, we'll have to look at that in a sec. The current oceans are made from sulfuric acid since there is liquid at these temperatures. There is one large ocean and various smaller oceans and lakes across the planet. Pure sulfuric acid is colourless, however it gets various colours when it reacts with other things, and here is a bright yellow colour. Sometimes it also rains sulfuric acid. The rest of the surface is also rich in sulfur, which gives it a yellow colour, like to what you can see. You can it has to. Sometimes it rains sulfuric acid. The rest of the surface is also rich in sulfur, which gives it a yellow colour, similar to Io. Okay, which you can see if you turn off the atmosphere and clouds. It has 2 moons, not included, one slightly smaller than Earth's moon, and one captured asteroid. In the year 7481, the first humans set foot on this planet in a joint mission with other alien species, after spending roughly 3,000 years in cryosleep. Okay, cool. So you can already see the yellowy sulfuric oceans. Let's go ahead and have a look underneath. So there's your world, looking very, very different. There's the huge ocean he was talking about, and the rest is obviously all rock. So if we look around though, you can see the glowing stuff. I'm assuming the city lights are what he means by the volcanoes. So looking good. Very, very nice indeed there. So atmosphere and clouds are back on. Very, very nice description as well. I like it. Looking good. Next up, we have got... So this is from Chris, our previous winner. So let's go ahead and spawn his one in there. Okay, so here is his one. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see his description. Did he give us a description? Here is mine. After many failed attempts, because Universe Sandbox 2 being annoying, I finally managed to get it working. I made it close to the statistics of 69c. Might add more information when I get more time to write it. Okay, so there's no other description. He didn't put anything else in. Okay. Looking good. So let's have a look underneath. So we can see it's got similar stats to this one here. So we can probably see a pattern here. This is roughly the size it's sort of going to be. So looking good. Here it is underneath. Got obviously some water. Quite a more barren looking surface. Got a few light purple areas as well. Okay. So following the trend of the purple. Looking good. So atmosphere and clouds back on. Looking good. Okay, next up, we have got the user compact star. So let's go ahead and spawn there one in here. So we've got more of a greenish coloured one here. So everyone has got none of them are alike at all so far. Interesting stuff. Okay, so compact star. What do they put? Here is my submission. I decided to base it on the in-game Kepler 69, but did a few modifications. Kepler 69c is a super Mercury, more than 6 times as massive as Earth. It is very dense and has an iron-rich composition like Mercury, but it has a thick hydrogen atmosphere, twice as thick as Earth's, with constant high-speed winds and dust devils. It has airborne microorganisms that live in its upper atmosphere, where conditions are more favourable of life. Okay, nice. And let's have a little look underneath. So here it is. So very, very green. So clouds, atmosphere. Looking good. Okay. Next up, we have got... So this is from the user Chensich. Okay. Looking good. We can all see they're all similar sizes. Alright, so Chensich's one here. What have they got for us? Quite similar to Sirens, but slightly different coloured atmosphere. Okay, so... Where are we? There's their description. Do they put anything? Trying to find it. Turns out I made some mistakes again. This is the final version. Turn off the clouds to see the shallow patches of water. Okay. So let's go ahead and have a look underneath. So there you go. So there's the shallow water, as you can see there. Okay. But clouds are very thick as well, looking good. And then obviously a blue atmosphere to go on top of it. Quite similar to Sirens, but raw blue atmosphere. I mean, if you take the atmosphere of both of these, they do look very, very similar. But his ones have got slightly more yellow or yellowish shade, and then Chensich's are more of a white clouds. But yeah, looking good. Nice. Next up, we have got. So that is. So we done. So yeah, VY Canis Majoris, and their one is huge. Okay, so here we are. It looks quite similar to Sirens as well, with the palish atmosphere colour. Okay, so where are we here? Where's their description? Where is it? Come on, where did it go? Please note, play the sim when showing. It looks a lot better when moving. Okay, ooh. We may have a bit of a crash here, but what we'll do is we'll just remove these for the time being. There you go. So it looks a lot better than moving. Okay, there you go. So there it is. Kepler 69c is a super Venus, more than double the size of Earth. It has a thick atmosphere made of mostly carbon dioxide and water. The immense pressure and greenhouse effect have caused parts of its rocky surface to melt. The whole planet is in a constant heavy storm, which extreme wind speeds and constant heavy rain across the whole planet as the water in the atmosphere condenses in the upper atmosphere to be quickly evaporated upon contact with the ground. Okay. Looking good. It made quite a good looking Venus as well, this one. But let's have a little look underneath. Ooh, that's a very hellish look. Oh, wowee. Okay, there we go. So there is their version of Kepler 69c. So a very, very aggressive looking one underneath as well. Very, very Venus-like. Looking good. So there is their one. Okay. Let's go ahead and spawn the previous ones back in as well. So we'll go... Oh, no! Oh, I'm going to have to search it again. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So that's the previous, and then that was the one we just did. Okay, so next up we have got the user Tuppies. Let's see what they prepared for us here. Right, okay, it looks very similar to Compact Stars, on with the green. Okay, so Tuppy, what have they got for us? Where are we? Tuppy. Okay, they didn't... Okay, no, they sent a text file. Okay, let me open that. Yeah, okay. Let's just get that opened. What do we got? Okay. Hello, Neptunian guy. This is my submission for the 69c object competition. Hope you enjoy it. In my interpretation, I decided to go for a more realistic approach based on facts that are already out there, such as mass and radius, while having a little bit of fun with the description. Kepler 69c is a super Venus. We can see a lot of people going with the Venus route. Interesting stuff. A super Venus planet roughly 70% the size of Earth, with a very thick atmosphere. Unlike my Proxima C object, the Kepler 69c contains vast oceans. The water itself being high in concentrations of salt, meaning you won't sink if you were able to take a nice swim there. If you don't have thalassophobia, of course. Since the sea level can be as deep as the marine trench, there are also various lagoons present on Kepler 69c that make a very nice oasis-like view. But without the palm trees, speaking of palm trees, this planet has evolved basic prehistoric plant life that can resist the scorching temperatures of the planet. The clouds mixed with the dust present in the atmosphere makes for a muddy rain and extremely dark storms, and sometimes even acidic rain. You may have noticed there are 2 huge cyclones in the northern and south pole. These cyclones have been raging for centuries, okay. The presence of liquid water in both the poles give nearly unlimited fuel for these cyclones to develop, rage, weaken, and then strengthen again for a never-ending cycle. These cyclones function much like dust bowls due to the dust. The one in the northern pole is called the Typhoon Cyclone, and the one in the southern pole is called the Palmyra Cyclone. No worries if you butcher the pronunciation, thank you. There has been a phenomenon of unknown origins in this planet that makes 2 nearby storms merge but continue as 2 separate storms, creating what is known as a yin and yang effect. Okay, this effect is paired with the 2 storms with tornadic activity. Can create twins that follow exactly opposite paths. Alright, okay. One last thing I'd like to mention is due to the rich presence of radioactive material like plutonium and uranium, during nighttime, a bright light glow can be seen from the atmosphere. Kepler 69c also has a very thin ring that isn't observable by a telescope with our current technology, but I decided not to include it to save you time. Okay, thanks for reading. Excellent. Okay, so, very, very nice description there. And there is, yeah, Tuppy's one. So let's have a look underneath, see what he's... And there you can see the lights as well, the glow, like he was mentioning. Okay. And there's it underneath. So it's got that thick Venus atmosphere, and then you can see the storms in the north and the south areas as well. Looking good. Nice. Okay, next up. So all the objects are still looking all different. They've all got their own unique traits. Next up, so we've done Tuppies. So next up we have got Exo Planetariums. Let's go ahead and spawn there, one in here. Okay, so we've got another one going with the green sort of looks, okay. Okay, so they put Kepler 69c, once thought to be a super-Earth, a world that could be even prime target for finding life outside our solar system. Further research shows that Kepler 69c is actually a harsher version than Venus itself, with an average temperature of 275 degrees Celsius. Kepler 69c is 2.14 Earth masses and had a radius of 1.71 Earth radius. Pairing to its hot sulfuric oceans with havoc and inducing dust storms truly shows how unforgiving the world is. To put the icing on the cake, the dust on Kepler 69c is not only toxic but acts as a quicksand to anyone who is unfortunate enough to walk on the surface. Okay. Wowee. So let's have a little look underneath as well. And there it is. A pretty foul looking green ocean on there as well. Looking good. So there it is. Okay. So we can see a lot of people gone with the green theme. That's probably the most common theme we've got so far. Alright. Next up, we have got... So this is from the user Kerbal, or Kerebel. Okay. It's a very, very dark and mysterious one. Okay. Imagine this world as a middle point between Earth and Venus, with both a thick atmosphere and water oceans. And that's actually a theme. Side note, that's actually a theme that a lot of people have gone with, if you've noticed. It might have once had some kind of exotic extremophile life forms, perhaps not even carbon-based ones. Close vote against Hat P50. Oh, okay. Close vote against Hat P7B inspired me to make this design using the close or dark palette. Okay, so I think that was one of the other objects that you guys are voting to do. So there it is underneath. Look at the clouds. Whoa, they're very thick ones. So very, very dark and menacing clouds. So an Earth and Venus hybrid there. Looking good. Next up, we have got, I think we've got two more. Yep, two more. So we've got this one here. So this is from the user Siren's Huboy. Okay. So let's see what they've put for here. Okay. So there it is. Okay, so Kepler 69c is a confirmed super-Earth extrasolar planet. Likely rocky, orbiting the sun-like star Kepler 69, the outermost of two planets discovered by NASA's Kepler spacecraft. It is located about 2,430 light-years from Earth. Kepler 69c is a super-Earth and exoplanet that has a radius larger than Earth but smaller than that of the ice giants Uranus and Neptune. It has an estimated equivalent temperature of 325 K, but likely has a far hotter surface temperature of 548 K. It is an estimated mass of around 2.14 Earth masses and 1.71 Earth radius. So that's obviously what a lot of people are following with this trend. These characteristics make it an analogue to Venus but more massive, so it's called a super Venus. The exoplanet, along with the exoplanets Kepler 62e and Kepler 62f, were announced in the media as being located within the star's Hattel zone, a region where liquid water could exist on the surface of the planet. It was described as being one of the most Earth-like planets in terms of size and temperature, yet, according to scientists, it is a prime candidate to host alien life. Due to uncertainties in the stellar parameters, the error bars of the value of the instant flux on the planet are quite large, at 1.91 plus 0.43. Minus 0.56 times the level of Earth using normal parameters. The planet is too close to the star to be habitable, though the uncertainties allow for the possibility that it may lie in the innermost region of the habitable zone and be a desert planet. However, even with the lowest error bar measurement, a stellar flux of 1.35 s would still be enough to boil away any oceans. A more recent analysis has shown that the planet is more likely an analogue to Venus, which has been known to be one of the most inhospitable places to life in the solar system and thus highly unlikely to be habitable to such organisms. Just call me Sarlo, by the way. Okay, cool. So there it is there. Next up, we have got, so this is the final one. So we got Xenonauts. So here we are. Okay, so there's our full lineup. Looking good. So here it is. So what do they put? Any description? Let's see. Hello Neptunian, this is my submission for the competition. PS, add rings and look under the clouds. Okay, let's do that. So let's do the rings. There you go. Add the clouds. There you go. Oh wow, okay. Oh, looks very, very. Look at those. Right. Okay. So clouds on and off. All right. Description: Kepler 69c was an unconfirmed exoplanet that is most likely rocky and may have rings. My opinion. The rest is my speculations. The foliage of the planet is red because of the star color, which I think is red. Not 100% sure. It also has amazing glowing blue beaches. One reason may be plankton, which means life, or other sun unknown substance. Okay, so there we go. That is his description for this, and there you go. That is the full list of objects for this competition. So what do you think of that? Now if we get them all up in the line here, there you go. So a very, very interesting lineup. Also we can see some are similar, others are not, so I mean we can sort of, if we play around with the radius a bit, we can sort of get the similar ones near each other. So if we do this is how I normally do the thumbnails. Actually I try and get the similar ones next to each other because it does look quite good. So for instance, it'll be a little harder when this stuff like this happens. Ooh. So if we make this one smaller, for instance, make this one bigger, so we can try and get the similar looking ones together. But yeah, look, you can see that there is some similarities there. Some people have definitely followed that trend of similar looking worlds. Looks like when making this one smaller, it made the atmosphere actually thinner. Look, so the bigger I make it, the atmosphere gets thinner. The smaller I make it, the atmosphere gets thicker. That's quite cool, actually. So we'll put it there, and then all we'll simply do is just to make it look better, just lower this down. There you go, that's better. But yeah, anyways, so looking very, very nice indeed. This lineup, I mean, yeah, you can definitely see some similarities between everyone's interpretations of it, and yeah, it's looking good. I like it. Cool. Let's try and get that one roughly there. There you go. And then lastly, the green one at the end, just make it a little bigger, just to line up with them all. So, where are we? Come on, go to the bottom. Go somewhere. There you go. Yeah, okay, that works. So we'll go something like that. So there's our full lineup, guys. So what do you think of that? So make live. There you go. Okay. So just to repeat, go through everyone's objects once more. This one here, it's the one we just checked out. So this is this one here. So that was some Caesar Hugh Boy, or Sarlo. Let's call him that now. Then we have Chris's one, so Siren's one there. Then we have VY Canis Majoris' one with a very, very thick atmosphere, looking good. Then we have Kepler 69c. Whose was this one? Yeah, please remember to put your names in, guys, otherwise we do have this issue. So I think that was this Tuppy's one? Yeah, that was Tuppy's one. Okay. Then the green one next to it. So that was this one here, wasn't it? Exo Planetariums one. Yep. And then the last green one was this one. So this was Compact Stars one. Okay. Then moving on, we had Xenonauts one here. Then we had this one. So this was Chensich's one. Then we had this one. So this was ND's one. So that was one with a Mercury look appearance. Then we had Kerbal ones. So that's going with the very dark atmosphere, the Venus-Earth hybrid. And then lastly, we had the purple one from Minobat. So that is our full lineup, guys. So what do you think of that? Very, very nice lineup indeed. And yeah, you can really see the similarities between some of these objects. So looking good. But yeah, there we are. So it's up to you guys, obviously, to vote who the winner will be. And for this one, votes will be closed in 24 hours time, roughly from when this video comes out, as I need to make the size comparison tomorrow for August the 1st. So yeah, this the winner. We need to get the winner fast, so then I can include it in the video. So yeah, remember guys, the voting will not be a week long. It will only be roughly a day long on this occurrence. So yeah, please keep that in mind. But yeah, guys, with that all said and done, a massive thank you for watching today's video. Good luck to everyone who participated, and yeah, massive thank you to everyone who participated as well. But with that all said and done, guys, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.